This video is going to show you a solo Lost Sector exotic Engram farm on all 3 characters wrapped up into one video. Titan, Warlock, Hunter. I was a king of the old tribal Grandmaster systems, and I'll be a future emperor of the portal systems. I put champions in body bags, that's what I do on this channel. So the exotic Engram farm is going to revolve around something different, which is Lost Sectors. Now the daily Lost Sector is on Neptune. I haven't made Lost Sector video solos since it was a thing where you would get the new exotic that would launch with an expansion and you would have to solo a Lost Sector to get it. Once they removed that system, I stopped soloing Lost Sectors a long time ago and preferred Grandmasters as my solo. But what I've got to realise and recognise is that these are quicker farms than GMs, right? And some of the new players can benefit greatly from solo Lost Sectors as opposed to GMs, because GMs take a bit more practice, which is why I'm making a solo Lost Sector video regarding this. Now this is going to greatly benefit newer players who do not own some of the exotics. Like if they picked up Destiny 2 for free this week, which you can with the free access, this is extremely useful to those players. It's extremely useful. They can get exotic engrams, go to Rahul, decrypt them, and there they go. It's also useful to veterans who are farming mobility and intellect stat rolls, because Bungie has not addressed the fact that we can't get mobility and intellect stat rolls, which they will address it eventually in the game. I don't know how far along it will be in Edge of Fate, but you'll be able to farm that stat distribution. It's bound to be. They'll have to sort of come up with something, because mobility and intellect is paramount to some exotics in the game. For example, J-Mags that we're looking at right here. It's paramount to get a intellect stat roll at the very minimum on J-Mags. And this goes up and up and up and up. Hunters, Celestial Nighthawk, Raiden Flux, Titan, Curious of the Fallen Star, Symphoceps. There's all sorts of super exotic Star Eater scales. All these exotics are paramount to the game and will be still next season. Despite what's going on, they're still paramount. So they'll have to address allowing players to farm mobility and intellect stat rolls in some capacity. So yeah, this is beneficial to veterans and newer players who have just picked up the game. So let's talk activity now first, and then the video is going to be split up with builds and then the runs of each one. The daily Lost Sector is Gilded Precept. On Master difficulty we'll be doing it, won't be doing it on the easy difficulty, do it on Master. The mods are Barrier and Unstoppable Champions. The threat is Arc. The Surge is Void. It doesn't tell you the Surge here, but it is Void Surge. Don't worry about Void Surge, you won't even need it. With the builds I've got, you won't even need it. Modifiers, Scorched Earth. All you need to think about is, what is the threat and what are the champions? Barrier and Unstop. So for each character that you do, you want to incorporate some elements of Barrier and Unstop in there. Okay, so now you've had that piece, let's go through the build for the first one. So I'll start with Warlock. And like I say, we'll go from Warlock, Titan to Hunter. Very simple build, because it wants to be. So we're using Chaos Reach, Healing Rift, Ball Lightning, Pulse Grenade, Electrostatic Mind, Ionic Sentry, Fragments was Shock, Frequency, Resistance, Ions, pairing that with the super exotic Geomag Stabilizers. I've got Watchful Ion, and I'm using Delicate Tomb to get my Chaos Reach back, and it's just a nice combination with Geomags and has been all season. And I'm using Tinus because we've got Unstops and Barriers to contend with, and that does both. So does Watchful Eye, that also does Unstops if you equip the mod Power Resolve. His artifact mods, I'm showing them on each class, I'm not going to go through them all. Main thing is just have Limit Break on and defeat Blast Flashover and some ammo mods. You're fine, you'll be fine with that, especially on Warlock anyways. So that is the Warlock setup. On with the setup, on with the run for that. Okay, so for the Warlock solo strat, we're going to take a left straight away and head for the Unstop. Unstop's not quite there yet though, so I'll just start fusing some of the adds for some Ionic Traces. I get a Pulse Down, then stun with Tina Chill Clip, or whatever weapon you decided to go with for Unstops. Doesn't have to be Tina's. And then we'll just start getting rid of some of these ads with the fusion. That's what it's on for, to get the super back. First room needs to be cleared with all the ads in that sense. Like I say, this video is aimed more at newer players who need to do this for the exotic engrams. I know that lost sectors are easy, and they are. They most certainly are. A lot easier than what they used to be. But that's not the point of the video. So I'm going to get an arc turret down in middle. Save my arc turret for this bit. You need to kill a portion of these ads. This will spawn in the 2 barrier champs. Then come up to one of the ledge now. Don't go down. Stay up top. That then spawns in the barrier. Then loop round. Then you're going to spawn kill one of the barriers with your weapons. I've got another arc turret to use. I'll just use it because I keep getting them back. Then we'll work on the second barrier because he jumps to you. The AI of this barrier, he will jump to you. Use a super if you want. You are free to use it. It's up to you. Take down the sniper at the back of the map. If you've got full HP and you're amplified, dunk the orb. I know you can probably duplicate the orb, but I didn't bother doing that because most people won't be able to, so don't worry about it. Just get the 2 dunks like this, which they'll be on the ledge anyway, so it'll be safe. I'm going to get another turret down to defend myself whilst I dunk, because it takes a while. That's it. There we go. That's that room clear. You don't need to clear out all the ads, just what I did. So follow it along. We're 1 minute 50 in. Unstop to kill here. We need to get plat rank, so do kill champs. Don't skip the champs. We'll stun with the machine gun in this case. I'll use a pulse grenade, and then I want to kill with the fusion, just to get the ionic traces look. Just confirms the super. That's fine. Get rid of some of these sounds. We've got a final barrier to take. So I'll just use Tinas to quickly break the shield. Right, now this is for... On every solo that you do, you want to have a boss strat. So every run that I've done today, I had a boss strat. So for this, I'm going to use Limit Break, Curse Reach, Geomags. Arc turret goes down. I'm going to do 1 magazine's worth of machine gun. Do that and then super with Geomag, Curse Reach. So I'll do 1 mag look and then boom. I could probably have done less than 1 mag. Probably done far less actually by the looks of it. You then do that, you can then pick up the chest, boom, done. That's the solo farm for the walk, and just rinse and repeat from there on. To solo farm on the lost sector, I used Arc Staff, Marksman's Dodge, Disorient and Blow, Pulse Grenade, Temper Strike, Ascension Aspects, Spark of Shock, Ions, Beacons, Resistance, Focus. Beacons will blind enemies, Focus will give you class ability back, therefore more Ascension. I'm using Rev 0 because there are some champs, but it's just nice to pair that. Just nice exotic. I'm using Indebted Kindness for Spark of Beacons, like I did on the Solo GM earlier. And Watchful Eye again with Power Resolve, same thing. Raiden Flux Arc Staff. He's the armor mods. There'll be a dim link anyways. He's the artifact mods. Main thing is that I've got Flashover, Defib Blast, Limit Break, Armor Finders, and that's literally, and then obviously just make sure you got the gun mods on, but that was literally everything we used on the Hunter. Okay, so the solo farm for Hunter, much like the Warlock, same thing. We're going to go to middle though. I'm going to get some jolting vault shot damage. Then we're going to focus the unstop, because focusing the unstop is the main priority, because you can get a lot of jolt damage, therefore multitasking the champ and the ads. Whip out the LMG. Don't be afraid to be very wasteful with ammo in this lost sector. It's very short. In actual fact, most lost sectors, there might be some that's longer than the others. Like on the Pale Heart, those lost sectors are a bit longer, so things are a bit different. But in this lost sector exactly, Watchful Eye, 400 bullets is enough for the full run. So spam it. More than enough in actual fact. Same thing, go up top. The trigger is to kill a portion amount of the ads. That will spawn in the barriers. Look at super regen. Champion spawn in. I'm just about going to get my super for this, which is planned. This champ is stunned. We get the kill with the super. This barrier will push me. That's his AI pattern. Let him push you, because if you don't, you'll be in a jumping match with him, left and right. Then pick up one of his orbs. Get the sniper at the back of the map. Definitely kill him, because he gets in your way. You have Ascension spam, so don't forget that. You can use it as a secondary jump, look. Well, a fourth jump, sorry. That's how I use Ascension quite a lot to get to areas. Pick up second orb, 1 minute 30 in. You don't need to clear the rest of the ads, just the champs. You should be fine on that as long as you run double arc resist. If not, pop an Ascension to avoid those ads hitting you in the back when you dunk the relic. Sprint to here. Remember, it's attrition. I forgot to mention that it was attrition. I should have mentioned that, but it's fine. Attrition is actually in your benefit on this on this lost sector. If you play quick, it is. It's when you play slow, it's against you. Okay, so now I'm going to farm up targeting data with Rev 0. And the idea is to do a couple of sniper shots against the boss. Then pop super. That's what I'm going to do. This will make sure that you definitely kill the boss with your super. Like, you'll finish with more than enough. So here we go. 3 snipe shots. If you have 4, you have 4, whatever. Then get a pulse grenade jolt in. Then use Ascension. Then boom, super. Now light, heavy. That will melt the boss down. Try and keep him in mid. If he jumps, follow him. There we go. You kill the boss. Go and pick up the chest. That's the solo farm for the hunter. Very easy. Similar time to the warlock. All the same. Pretty good. Okay, for the Titan solo run, I ran... Yes, I know my armor piece is a mess. I haven't had time to do transmog or shade the armor or whatever. I've got Thunder Crash on, Rally Barricade, Seismic Strike, Pulse Grenade, Storm's Keep, Touch of Thunder, Fragments of Resistance, Discharge, Haste, Frequency. With the exotic chest plate, Cures the Fallen Start, of course. Tina's on. I'm using quite a one in this case because Avoid Weapon's nice on Ball Charge Titans, obviously we know, and quite a one's fantastic. Zer sold it last week, so people should have it. If not, use Lemon Arc or some other Avoid Weapon. Watchful Eye again because it's just that good. Power Resolve. Here's the armor mods. There'll be a dim link anyways. Artifact mods. Here they are. Same thing as before. Flashover, Dreadful Finish, Go from Lead, Limit Break, Defib. Volatile Marksman is on though, because we're using quite a one, so just take advantage of it. But that's fine. I could have run Maligned Harvest. That was fine though. It didn't matter. The run was that quick, it wouldn't matter. But you can put that on. That's fine. So that was the builds on. That was the build for this time run at least. Okay, so lastly now the Titan. Obviously we're on T-Crash Curious, so don't be going spamming the super too much. You won't need to anyways. Your weapons will cover the amount of things that you need to do in this lost sector. Stun the Unstop first. Get some jolt damage on him. Get a barricade down. Then I'm going to use quite a one. I'm going to use the hip fight attack to do more damage than what the ADS attack does on short-term basis. Sometimes you will do that with Choir. Sometimes when you need to melt a champ down, just hip fire it rather than doing ADS damage. And then you play more long distance against a boss, use the ADS. We got Amplified, we'll run through. What we want to focus on here is getting some of these ads as we run up, but remember we're going to the ledge because this is where the barriers spawn in. I'm not gonna get a super or a T-Crash for any of these barriers, but Titan has an arc barricade which a hunter and warlock does not have, so I should be fine. Okay, so barriers spawn in. We'll spawn kill this barrier on my side. It's a good place to pitch up as well, because look, we'll get a barricade down. That barrier pushes, which is exactly what I wanted him to do, but I knew that would happen, and I knew that I was going to pop a barricade. That's it. Quite a one finishes off. Now we'll get our first dunk. Get rid of the sniper though, which will get a bolt charge, and we'll get some health off that Scion there. Do a quick health check before you get second dunk, just to make sure that you can tank it. If not, maybe barricade as you go on. So pop that. Let's just see what I do here. Yeah, you do get quite weak, so definitely do the little barricade there at the end, and then you can go through. Double arc resist will save you on that. That's why I had double arc resist on all these runs. I believe so, at least. Okay, get weak here, so I'll get some of the ads for attrition. Get a stun with Seismic Strike. Finish the champ off with Watchful Eye. Don't explode backpacks. That's a big tip for you in this. I exploited the backpack. Got me weak. For no reason at all. Get the 2 snipers. Finish off with the barrier. We've got a super. That's what it's all about. So the idea for this run is to do quite a 1 arc bolt charge rotation. Then finish boss off with a super. That's what we're going to do. Barricade goes down. The boss AI will not change until below a third. So probably super him halfway. I don't know exactly how much he actually takes, this guy. But that was a solo farm on all 3 characters, Titan, Warlock and Hunter, wrapped into one video for people to farm exotic engrams before the Edge of Fate. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.